Do you know you can actually enjoy your meat pie without oven? So for those of us who don't have oven, here's another way to enjoy our meat pie. This recipe is also known as empanada. It's fried meat pie. So if this is what you're interested in, come, let me show you how it's done. And before we continue, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my channel, you're very welcome. Please kindly subscribe, like, comment, share. I always bring you superb recipes that you can also convert to business for yourself. You will never regret being part of this very delicious family. So come guys, let's do this together. Okay, so the first thing I'll be doing is to prepare my minced meat. Ever since I bought this food processor, I don't even think I remember ever buying store-bought minced meat. But if you don't have this food processor, it's fine. You can get the store-bought one. The ones they've already minced in the supermarket, you can buy that. But ever since I got my food processor, I think it's always easier for me, and it's even way cheaper, and I get more quantity. I can control the quantity of meat I want to use at every given point in time. So I would encourage that food processor is a very good equipment to have in the kitchen. Okay, and guys, look at it. Our minced meat is ready. So let's continue. So I'm going to be transferring this into my heated pan. Okay, I added some vegetable oil before I did that, just so that it will help the meat to cook very, very well. And guys, we'll keep stirring. We'll keep stirring this beef so that it turns from this pink color, to a brown color. You actually would know when the beef is ready. So you just keep stirring. The oil will help you. Please do this on a very, very low heat. If the fire is too much, it might get burnt or start sticking to your pan or something, and that's not what we want. Okay, so I'm just stirring this. You can see it's already the colors are already changing. It will change from pink to a pale brown to a darker brown. I added some minced onions to this. I don't like my onions coming out bold, so I used my manual chopper to just chop these onions. That's why it's looking finely chopped like this. And then I'm going to keep stirring. Don't leave this. You have to keep stirring, on low heat, and continue turning. Okay, and so the next thing I'm adding is some fresh pepper. Don't add so much. Okay, just something to give the pie a little bit of spiciness. Okay, don't go and put so much and it turns to pepper pie, please. And if you know you don't want this fresh pepper, you can make use of the grinded one. Any one of it is fine. Okay, and here I added in some garlic powder, added some ginger powder, I added in some yaji, that's soya spice, is optional, and then I added in some stock cube. I'm just going to do this. While you add all these spices, please be tasting to adjust taste. Where it's necessary, you can just adjust taste to it. And then I added in my finely chopped carrots, and I'm going to stir all of this together. Don't you remember that we are doing this on low heat? Please don't forget. You can see me there tasting to adjust taste. And here I added my slurry. This is just corn flour that I mixed with water to thicken the filling a bit. Okay, don't make it too much. If you put it too much, it will turn to eba. Oh, I don't know what to call it, but this is just the consistency you're looking for. I'll put all the measurement for you in the comment section, so don't worry. So I'm transferring this into a flat bowl now. The idea is for it to be there and cool off. We cannot use it hot to make our pie, so I'm just putting it. I'm going to spread it very, very well so that the heat, it can cool off very, very well, and then it's ready to be used. And guys, look at it. Look at how easy it was to make our filling. I've just spread this now, and I'm going to just set this aside and allow it to cool off, and then we continue. I'll get a bowl, and then I'll measure in my flour. Remember I told you that all the measurements used, I'll drop it for you, so just go to the comment section and get it. I added in my baking powder, some salt and butter, and then I'm going to mix this together. Okay, you're going to mix it till you get a fine crumb, just like this, crumbly, like bread crumbs, okay, and then I'll start adding my water gradually. Okay, before my water, I added in that blended onions. It's optional, but I like the onion flavor on the pie dough. Okay, so if you don't like the onions, fine, don't worry about it. And then I start adding my water gradually. Please don't add water at once. Gradually, because there are different kinds of flour in the market, and they take different kinds of quantity of water. So I'll give you a measurement of what I use, but add it gradually. Okay, and then our pie dough is ready. You're not supposed to knead this, just to gather the pie dough together. And then I'll divide this into two, because I'm going to put it in the fridge for it to at least rest. If you've been following me, I always tell you, whenever you're doing anything with flour, you have to give time for it to at least let the gluten inside rest a bit before you use it. So I'm just going to transfer this into the fridge for about 20 minutes. Okay, just like the way it is in this nylon. If you have a Ziploc bag, you can use. This is what I have, and that is why I'm using it. After about 20 minutes, I've brought out my pie, and then we're ready to start forming our pie. I sprinkled some flour on my work surface, took one of the nylons of the pie. I divided it into two. So we're going to work on it one after the other. Okay, I'm just going to spread this flat like this. Now the spreading of this pie depends on how thick you want your pie to be. Like, I'll have to leave this up for you to see the texture of my own. If you want it to be thinner, you can still roll it. It will roll very, very, very well. But I've found out that if you make it too thinner, if you add the filling, like if you make it too thin, it will start busting or something. So give it some level of thickness, okay? And so this is the thickness I'm working with. I'm just showing you. I used my round cutter. You must probably be this one. You can use a round plate, use a knife and trace it if you don't have a round cutter. Just something to give it a round shape is fine. All right. So now we're starting to fill in our pie. I just took some of my filling, put it in the middle. It has to be in the middle, okay, because you're taking one side of this thing and coming to the other side, so you have to put it in the middle. Please don't fill in the pie too much. It might start pulling out of the sides, okay? And then I'm using water. Sorry, you're supposed to use a brush to place this water, but my hands is properly washed. Don't worry. For those that will say, why is she using her hand? I washed my hand very, very well, okay? And then I put water on it, and then I'm going to just get my fork to seal up the sides, okay? Just the way you're seeing it. This is super easy to make. There's no big deal, and everything used in making this is something I know each and every one of us already have in our different kitchens, okay? And guys, look at it. Our pie is ready. I'm just going to show you how I've done this again. You know, filling, put in your filling, put water, take the other side, mix the other side, get your fork, and you press together. And that's just it. Your pie is ready. All right. So you can also make use of your meat pie cutter if you feel like maybe you don't. I don't have time for this stress. You know, people that are like that. So you can just get it, roll it like this. Get your meat pie cutter if you have. Then you place it on it like this. Put in your filling, and then you seal it with the cutter. Helps you to seal it properly. Okay. And you're just removing that excesses. Whenever I'm making my fried meat pie, I prefer using the other way because I just feel it gives me that local feeling. You know, this meat pie cutter makes it look more fancy, and it doesn't really work for me. But anyone that works for you is fine. This is our pie before we fried, and here I'm checking my oil to be sure that it's ready. And you can see it's already bubbling on the skewer that I'm using, and then our oil is ready, and it's time to start frying our meat pie. So I'm just going to be placing it. Please don't overcrowd the oil. Okay, depending on the size of frying pan you're using, at least fry 4 to 5 at once. This my pan can think about 5, okay? Don't crowd it too much so that it can see space to fry very, very well. And then you keep stirring, okay? Just keep stirring. You will know when it's ready. Sorry. And then look at the way it's looking, already browning. All right, it's not supposed to be so brown. Don't let it get so burnt inside the oil. You might not enjoy it. And guys, trust me, our empanada is ready. Our fried meat pie is ready. I'm just scooping it off the oil, and look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. Guys, you need to try this recipe, and you can use this, start up a business for yourself. You can use this for your kids' lunch for school. You can use this for parties. You can use this to give your visitors when you have visitors. And this thing, if you make it, it can stay for like 5 days in the fridge. Whenever you need, just microwave it if you have a microwave and you serve. Look at how yummy it's looking inside with enough beef and carrot, and look at the skin. If you follow this recipe, you will get this perfect empanada, this perfect fried meat pie, and you won't even know that it is fried. It tastes nice, and you will really, really enjoy it. I do hope you'll be trying this recipe, and please, if you watch to this extent, please kindly follow my channel. You know I always bring you Korean recipe. Till I see you next time, I love you so much. Bye.